What fiberglass are you working with here today?
Sewn into the biaxle. It's already super strong. We're just making it bulletproof now. Push it as tight as you can to the bottom and then work your way up.
Do the big unveiling of all our glassing in there.
Subscribe to the channel as we sail this old girl around the world.
With Nandji now high and dry, safely in the boatyard, we've begun to tackle the long list of boat jobs we have set ourselves in preparation for our Indian Ocean crossing later in the year. With Old Smoky a thing of the past, Bonita put in a mammoth effort of cleaning all the oil and grease out of the bilge in preparation for installing our new engine Fang. With a squeaky clean bilge, it is time to begin the installation process of reinforcing the bearers to mount the new engine. What a way to start the day. I'm gonna turn into a sperm and get busy. It's over 30 degrees at the moment, Celsius. Add that with a sperm seed. Just try and stop me. Because I'm grinding fiberglass this morning, we don't want any more fiberglass dust, but we want to minimise as much of that getting around the boat as we can. So we've got sheets and everything tied up, and we've still got the hole in the floor, so hopefully all the dust goes out the top there. I've had to clean all the cockpit. But we want to minimise fiberglass dust going around Nandji. I think we're okay. I can't really see much, but I'll just clean everything up. Go from there.
Yosh has been grinding some of the fiberglass that was put down yesterday, and we've done our best to cover the boat up and protect it from getting dust everywhere, but it's yeah, everything's dusty. This is fiberglass. Itchy. Are you itchy?
No, I'm alright. We vacuumed out all the dust, all the particles from sanding, and we wiped all the bits down where we planned to glass with acetone, just so there's no grease or anything like that, so we get a good adhesion with the epoxy. And now we're just technically aligning the pieces of glass that we plan to stick in. So we're going to the inside tabs first. So the inside of the bearers here. This is where we get most of the strength because we've got good access and easy to stick it in, sort of thing. Whereas the other areas, it's not going to be as good.
So Kev, what fiberglass are you working with here today?
3 different ones. We're going with biaxle, which is this, which is very stiff and it's very strong, and it's got multi-directional weaves. Regular woven roving, which is like what most boats are built out of, and then we're going with another stuff called Nitex, which has mat also attached to this, so it makes it really thick. So we're going to really build up, the epoxy absorbs into that, and it'll really build up a thick wall against here. And this is just the first side, and then we're going to glass the other side, and then over the top. So we'll get like a 1/4 inch of thickness of fiberglass on there.
So we're going to tab on the inside first.
We're gonna
tab the outside.
Yeah, we're gonna glass this side.
Yeah.
With 3 layers.
Yeah.
Maybe 4, and same here.
Yeah.
And so that'll have 2 layers of the woven roving, 1 layer of the biaxle, probably 1 layer of the Nitex, which is biaxle with mat, and then we're gonna wrap it again so that this wall will have 6 or 8 layers of glass. It alone will hold everything. So these bearers are like, could be made of anything, really.
Yeah.
So, but being that they're already super strong, we're just making it bulletproof now. There's just going to be no movement here ever.
That's what we want.
So if anything happens, it would be the whole floor of the
the motor will be.
It's going to be attached to here. So it's never...
Yeah, good.
We're going for strength here.
Before having Nandji, I'd nenever really fiberglassed. I'd done a few little ding patches on surfboards and stuff, but nothing real serious. And even then, I still snapped those boards and just bought new ones anyway. So my fiberglassing skills are pretty low, as you can see on the few patches I've previously fixed on Nandji. So we're pretty lucky to have Uncle to come in and wanted to help us install this motor, because he's got a bit of skills behind him. He used to glass surfboards for over 30 years, so he knows 1 or 2 things about fiberglass, and so I'm all ears at the moment. I won't be talking, it'll just be Uncle.
So this is the stuff that they make boats out of, is that right?
Yeah, that's
this stuff. Yeah,
that's a woven roving. This is like a 18 ounce. They usually do 24 on a boat, or 36. That's 18 ounce. To me, feels like it's 36 ounce, the biaxle.
Yeah.
And this, which is the mat, sewn into the biaxle.
Yeah.
This will absorb the resin and the mat will go on the outside. All the strength's going to be inside. I think what we'll do is we'll just work on one side right now.
Yeah.
And glass this side.
Yeah.
Rub-a-dub-dub.
Cover that whole thing from the top mostly, right?
Yep.
You got a nice mix there. What you got?
Yep.
What is it? Is that epoxy?
Straight epoxy. So this morning I sanded back all the fiberglassing we did yesterday, all these inside tabs to make them all smooth, take away all the burrs, make it look pretty, ready to paint. But we still got a glass over the top here. But now today the biggest mission is sanding on these sides of the bearers, on the outsides, which are impossible to get to. So I'm cleaning all the insides of these up, and we're going to glass down here, like L tabs like we did on the inside here, but on the outside. I need to try to make the surface as flat as possible, so the glass has a nice flat surface to bond to.
How's your arm?
Covered in cuts.
Show us your technique.
But this one here, yeah, I'm over to this side at the moment.
Yeah.
Hang on, safety Steve.
Put your mask on. And there's pipes there too in the way, isn't there?
Yeah, hydraulic steering pipes are in the way as well. They're all copper, so I can't move them out of the way. As we were laying the fiberglass in a hard to access place, we heavily wetted out each layer with epoxy and laid them all together before placing the piece in place and massaging the fiberglass into the wood bearer.
Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and put all three together. How we can do this. Slide that down. Wait, I gotta go my way.
I gotta get in there.
We can't reach through the other side. That's the side. Work your way, push it as tight as you can to the bottom, and then work your way up.
Yeah, the Yoshi rub.
Yeah, baby. It's like suntan lotion.
Grease me up. Just use one whole piece to do the whole thing, like in one go, rather than doing the separate sides.
There's just too much volume in here. We could never measure it and get it wrapped around just right.
Yeah.
So we had to do it over a couple of days and just do sections with big overlaps. And the overlaps just give it that much more strength.
Yeah.
And makes it so that we can actually do what we're doing, because this is a tight space. So to do anything complete all the way over, no way.
No.
Don't want to do it.
It's looking really good.
It's looking pretty tight.
Yeah.
It's coming together.
This is dedication, commitment
This is like
to the engine room.
only if it's your own boat can you do what you're doing.
Yeah.
Right now. If it
Yeah.
was his boat, I'd just leave it and say forgive me.
Another morning. Another sperm suit. Hopefully this is the last and I can do the big unveiling of all that glassing in there. There's a few little more patch-up jobs to be done there. And now I've got to turn into a sperm. Impregnate Nandji. Destruction has finished. It's half cleaned up and now we just gotta just wipe everything down with alcohol to clean all the dust and all the surfaces out of the bilge here, because we've got to paint all the bilge. I'm just going to work my way forward. We'll only paint the engine room and the bilge through the saloon and head, and then in the aft cabin here to start with, because we're still trying to live here.
Yeah, well the shower's ready to go as well.
And the shower. Yeah, but so we'll paint the back half of the boat in the bilge, and then when we can move in back here again, we'll move everything that way.
It's so chaotic, isn't it?
It's crazy town.
This is our workshop. It's turned into a...
Here's our bedroom that's turned into a workshop.
Yeah, but it's just getting more full and more full. What kind of primer are you using?
It's like a two-pack primer. It's from Jotton. It's cheaper than buying it from the actual real deal people, but it's Uncle Kevy reckons it's the top-notch stuff. He uses it on all his boat, and his boat looks pretty nice, so it's good enough for him, it's good enough for us.
It is the bilge as well.
It is the bilge, but it's starting to take shape, you know, like I've just had this image in my head of just like opening up the engine room going, oh!
Yeah.
And it's starting to look like that just with the primer, so it feels really good.
This stuff is nasty as. I think maybe a few hours of this and you'll be flying. Woo!
Hello legends!
We hope you guys learned a little bit about fiberglassing. We know we did.
Yeah, we learnt a lot. We definitely wouldn't have got the engine room looking the way it did if it wasn't for the knowledge from Uncle Kev. So thanks very much, Legend.
Thanks so much, Kev. It's amazing
awesome to have
you
you
with
around.
us. Yeah. If you didn't know, he's not actually our uncle. He's
Oh, he is now.
He's just a legend.
He's just a bloody T-bomb from Hawaii.
Yeah. The boat work is slowly coming along. Yosh didn't want me to tell you guys, but tomorrow we're gonna start the motor for the first time. So, yeah.
It's a very exciting day. Things are happening.
Things are happening.
We're in the water again soon, hopefully. Everything crossed.
Can't wait.
Over the last couple of months, since we were on such a hurry to get to the boatyard, we hadn't been able to thank many of our new patrons that had signed up to the Froth family over the last couple of months. So over the last couple of videos, we've been catching up with all your names, and this will be the last list, and most of you guys were signed up recently, so thanks very much for joining the Nandji
Thanks so much,
fam.
guys.
Big thanks to Jim, James Dean, Craig, Michael, Kirk, Rick, James, Bertie B, Fran Choice, Speedy Racing Team, John G, David Duncan, Rick Conley, Voyager, Erling, William, Samuel and Sydney, Jim P, and big thanks to you, Brad G, for chucking a bit in the PayPal.
Thanks, guys, so much
Awesome,
for
legends.
supporting Sailing Nandji.
We can't thank you enough at the moment because everything we got, we're just throwing into Nandji.
Oh,
This refit, we're just giving her it all. So thanks so much for jumping on board and help support us and help supporting this Nandji refit. So cheers,
awesome.
Fothers. Well, it's past our bedtime
way
and we
past
got
our
a big
bedtime.
day of work again tomorrow. So thanks for watching, legends.
Yeah.
Tune in again.
New
More
vid,
coming.
yeah, new vid coming soon, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. See ya.
Catch ya. Finally removed this old windlass. There'll be no more hand pulling of this anchor on this boat anymore. I think we got some water in, so we're a little bit rotted.
That's a bit bigger than expected.
Water's got in and it's soaked through the ply.
Oh my god.
It's the new sunroof for Nandji. We dug out most of the rot and we've taken off all the big bit of ply here and we're going to resheet the deck. I've filled it all in and now we've sanded it all back, so it's starting to take shape, which looks really good. That's sort of amazing. 120th time I've climbed this ladder today. Whoop whoop!
We don't use nails around here. We use epoxy.
Gotten further with what we're doing next. Cut aim for about here.
You gotta come and see this bow. Yosh and Kev have done such a great job.